Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Host Eddie Frederick.
So glad you can join us. Trinidad and Tobago's top cop may proceed with his case against the PSC after all. This story takes the lead in today's edition of Caribbean Perspective for Wednesday, 29th September 2021. Details when we return.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. As it stands, the legal dispute between suspended Acting Police Commissioner Gary Griffith and the Police Service Commission is still very much alive and is set to proceed in court. This comes in spite of an out-of-court agreement made last week between the parties over the Commission's directive to Griffith earlier this month that he should not return to duty until further notice. TV6's Urvashitawari Rupnarayan tells us more.
It was expected when Gary Griffith's legal claim against the Police Service Commission was called virtually before Justice Nadia Kangaloo, the matter would be withdrawn. Senior Counsel Russell Martineau, lead counsel for the Commission, indicated this was indeed the position, while Senior Counsel Ramesh Lawrence Maharaj, leading a team of attorneys on behalf of the former top cop, said this was not entirely the case. Maharaj explained up to Monday morning the Commission had failed to abide by one of the terms of the agreement. The attorney did not state the exact term, but indicated it was sufficient to continue legal action seeking permission from the court to file judicial review proceedings against the Police Service Commission. If this term is eventually complied with, he says, then and only then the claim will be withdrawn. Justice Kangaloo said the court was, quote-unquote, somewhat in the dark since she was not informed of the exact term the Commission did not comply with. While both Martineau and Maharaj agreed to furnish the judge via email with the information, they pointed out the terms of the agreement were confidential in nature and, in their view, could not be made public. However, former Attorney General Anand Ramlogan disagreed with both attorneys, arguing the matter was one of great public interest and importance, and the terms of the agreement ought to be made public to the general public. Ramlogan was appearing on behalf of social and political activist Ravi Balgobin Maharaj, who brought a separate but related claim against the office of the Attorney General. He is claiming the Police Service Commission did not follow the proper procedure in having Griffith appointed to act as commissioner in the first place, and therefore, if the court were to rule in his favor, this would mean Griffith's claim against the commission will fall by the wayside. He said, quote, if the interpretation summons is successful, there can be no challenge to an acting position. You cannot be suspended from an office you do not hold. Additionally, Martineau says he had received no instructions from the Commission to hand over the documents, but Ramlogan questioned from whom exactly the attorney had to get instructions. He said, quote, when leave was granted for the Commission to join this claim as an interested party, the Commission was properly constituted. By this evening, the Commission only has one member, Bliss C. Prasad. This court granted permission to the Commission to join as an interested party, not Bliss C. Prasad, end quote. It was at this point Justice Kangaloo ordered that courtesy copies of the proceedings between Griffith and the Commission be disclosed to Ramlogan. The judge adjourned the interpretation matter to Friday for its first case management conference, while Griffith's claim was adjourned to November 10th. Urvashitawari Rupnarayan, TV6 News.
Jamaican Minister of Government Daryl Vaz responds to visa issues, says PNP to bad mind.
In response to the PNP, other than bad mind, can never and will never prosper. And to my conspirators, political and otherwise, I say see you on a flight soon.
A stinging response from Energy and Technology Minister Daryl Vaz to calls for his resignation. The West Portland Member of Parliament is again in the spotlight after fresh developments about his visa became public. Mr. Vaz was issued with a one-year multiple entry B1-B2 visa that contained an annotation that treats with suspected controlled or illicit substance trafficking. But Mr. Vaz has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing and said accusations made against him are baseless.
I consider this recent development to be both progressive and positive and a step in the right direction. And I would like to extend my appreciation for the courtesies that have been extended by the U.S. Embassy in Kingston, Jamaica.
Mr. Vaz also insisted that he has been very transparent on the matter.
When my visa was revoked, I made a statement and committed to the people of Jamaica that I would keep them informed on the progress of my appeal. Well, that's what I have done in an open, transparent, and honest way, the only way that I know. And I have been fulsome in the disclosure of the visa and the type of visa that I have received. I know it would be expected for me to play the political tit-for-tat in this situation, but I would never do that, as I would never wish for anybody to go through this saga.
In the meantime, a twist was added to the developing saga with claims from former United States Ambassador to Jamaica Donald Tapia claiming that the annotation in Mr. Vaz's visa is part of an effort by the United States government to cover up its wrong against Mr. Vaz. Mr. Tapia made the claims during an interview with the Sunday Gleaner.
The hurricane season is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Vaccine mandate may be coming for Jamaicans. Kalisha Williams of TVJ News reports.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has given the clearest indication yet that a COVID-19 vaccine mandate could be implemented in the very near future. Now, in a legal opinion earlier this week, the Jamaican Bar Association said mandatory vaccination is likely to be held as constitutional under Jamaican law. Kalisha Williams reports.
No vaccine!
Outrage in the streets of downtown Kingston on Wednesday as scores of protesters made it clear they're not in support of a COVID-19 vaccine mandate. In the latest RJR Gleaner Don Anderson poll, 70% of respondents also said no to making the vaccines mandatory. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has been insisting the government is not considering a vaccine mandate at this time. But during a tour in Trelawney on Friday,
it probably will emerge in the very near future. The government is contemplating how this could be done. We have asked for advice from the Attorney General's office, and that advice is being developed.
Mr. Holness stressed that before that can be done, the government is ramping up its public education campaign.
And more than that, we must make vaccinations available, and it must be convenient to get vaccinated. And that is what we are working on now.
On Monday, CarMed Group Limited became the latest company in the island to implement a vaccine mandate for staff. It came amidst mounting criticisms from trade unionists who believe it's a breach of the workers' rights. However, Attorney General Marlene Malahoo Fort is supporting the initiative.
Employers are under a duty to ensure a safe system of work. So think about it. If persons are coming in and putting others at risk, the employers do have a duty to take action. If employees have to interact with the public and the public is going to be put at risk, there is also a responsibility to take action.
Employers like CarMed, who have made the vaccine mandatory, have also given staff the option to present a negative COVID-19 test weekly or bi-weekly.
The option of taking a vaccine that is medically safe and scientifically safe from all indications and prevents extreme illness and hospitalization is one of the options of containing spread of the virus. So I can't see anything unreasonable of an employer saying, if you choose not to take the vaccine, then you also must show that you are COVID negative, because a COVID positive person is going to put others with whom they come into contact at risk.
Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.
Antigua's Prime Minister Gaston Brown has made his COVID-19 vaccination card public. The Prime Minister has done this in response to questions concerning his vaccination status. ABS's Jamie J. Roger reports.
The card, which has the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's logo, shows the Prime Minister received the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine January and February this year. Last week, Prime Minister Brown told Parliament he's also taken a booster dose.
This was taken before my booster shot. I mean, I had that in my phone all along.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure.
In fact, I even have the video of my first vaccination.
The Prime Minister released the card on his weekly radio program Saturday to address questions about his vaccination status. This previously released video shows the Prime Minister standing as he takes a shot. He says this was his second vaccine dose.
The second one was posted when I was standing, taking it.
Okay.
But I have a video of my first vaccination if anybody wants to challenge me.
Barbuda MP Trevor Walker raised the issue in the lower house last Thursday, saying some people were still questioning whether the Prime Minister had taken the vaccine.
And the thing about it, my vaccinations were taken with a group of people present, including the distinguished Governor General. So I don't know what they're talking about. A number of doctors as well got vaccinated at the same time as me, just that I was the first. So, again, they can just put that issue to rest now, yeah?
The Prime Minister says local authorities have copied the information he released to his Antigua and Barbuda vaccination card. Jamie J. Roche, ABS News.
The coronavirus pandemic is putting a strain on the local healthcare system in Guyana. And if the trend continues, healthcare workers will be under severe pressure.
Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony recently told the newsroom that the health authorities have been extending the capacity of the National Infectious Diseases Hospital, which is the Ocean View Hospital, at Liliendal, Georgetown. A new oxygen system has been installed and additional beds have been put in place at this hospital, which is a specialized COVID-19 treatment center. Head of Medical Services at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, Dr. Mahendra Karpan, in a recent interview with the newsroom, agreed, but said that there are other factors to consider.
We have not reached a stage, and hopefully we never get to a stage where we overwhelm our physical infrastructure. We still have, a lot of elasticity in the system. What our main challenge may be is the human resource component. We are quite, satisfactorily positioned with consumables, bed spaces, etc. But we have planned, we have had a program in place.
Dr. Karpan, who also heads the cardiology department of the hospital and has oversight for the Ocean View Hospital, also highlighted that healthcare workers are already under immense strain to provide care to patients.
Did you know that your friends and family can now shop at the Food Fair from anywhere in the world, and you can receive here in Grenada? The Food Fair and GrenadaMarket.com now make it possible through secure online shopping and personalized customer service. Simply send your loved ones a list of your preferred items or let them fill an online basket, and the items will be available for pickup or delivery. Visit GrenadaMarket.com or thefoodfair.gd today for more details. The new norm. Spread the news.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please continue to log on to CaribbeanPerspective.com for more daily news and more.